Welcome to worship at First Presbyterian Church in Bend, Oregon. My name is Amy, and we are so grateful you've joined us. We are a community shaped by what we call spacious Christianity, a faith wide enough for difference, honest enough for questions, and kind enough for the full truth of our lives. Here, doubts are not disqualifiers, questions are not threats, they're invitations into deeper faith and more authentic connection. Your story matters, and together we seek God with holy curiosity. So today, wherever you're coming from, know this: you are welcome and your presence is a gift.
Imagine a community where faith is about curiosity, not certainty, a journey, not a finish line, a practice, not a rigid set of rules, wonder, not fear, grace, not perfection, compassion, not exclusion, a seat at the table for all where everyone belongs. That's exactly what you'll find at First Presbyterian. Join us.
Follow. In you, O God, I am in your safekeeping, body and soul held in peace. My heart cries out to you, my God. All that upsets me, you see. All that disturbs me, you understand. Only here in your presence am I fully known. I am wrapped in grace. I rest in you, O God. I am in your safekeeping, body and soul held in peace. I try to relax, but anger rattles me. I try to relax, but my failings niggle at me. Be still. Be silent. Put your trust in the Lord. I rest in you, O God. I am in your safekeeping, body and soul held in peace. In the stillness, the light of your face shines. My heart turns to thankfulness and is glad. I have more than enough. You, Lord, are more than enough. I lie down to sleep, safe and sound. I rest in you, O God. I am in your safekeeping, body and soul held in peace. Be still and rest. You are held in peace.
Have you noticed how vital it is for our well-being to spend time outside in nature? I mean, nature is our best therapist, physician, teacher. Nature is our healer. I mean, how ironic that we turn to God's holy earth for healing when God's holy earth is in crisis, crying out for healing. Healing both ourselves and the earth involves healing our relationship with the earth. There's an exquisite documentary celebrating the wonder of trees called My Passion for Trees with British actress Judi Dench. Now, Judi Dench walks among the trees on her large rural property in Sussex, and she's with a scientist who uses a special instrument that allows her to listen to the gurgling, rushing sounds of water moving up through the trunk of a tree, nourishing its branches and leaves. A sound the film actually allows us to hear as well. Have you ever heard the sound of a tree drawing water up through the veins of its noble body? Probably not. The earth breathes. The earth has a pulse. How might it change our presence on the earth if we actually were able to hear the earth's pulse? I vividly remember how I was profoundly changed the moment I heard the pulse of my first child. The ba-bump, ba-bump, ba-bump of the ultrasound. When the obstetrician said, "Well, Dad, that's your child's heart." Until that moment, I thought I was separate from my child, distant from the mystery inside the womb. But I tell you, once I heard the heartbeat, once I once I heard the pulse, everything changed. I was connected. My heartbeat was one with my child's heartbeat. And to this day, 30 years later, when my child's heart breaks, my heart breaks. When my child's heart bursts with joy, my heart bursts with joy. Our healing and well-being cannot be separated from the earth's healing and well-being. Jesus said, "Consider the lilies." Now, the Greek word translated as consider literally means pay attention. Give the fullness of your attention. And in that same passage of Scripture, Jesus links paying attention to nature, to reducing our anxiety. The poet Mary Oliver wrote a poem called Instructions for Living a Life. Pay attention. Be astonished. Tell about it. We are so focused on ourselves that sometimes we miss the sheer goodness and wonder of nature. Elizabeth Barrett Browning wrote, "Earth is crammed with heaven, and every common bush afire with God. But only she who sees takes off her shoes. The rest of us sit round and pluck blackberries." We are a human-centric race, aren't we? I mean, the Earth is 4.5 billion years old. Homo sapiens, our tribe, have been around for maybe 200,000 of those years. I mean, a tiny fraction of Earth's existence. And yet we assume we've always been here. We assume we will always be here. And unless we're wise, and unless we heal our relationship with the earth, we may not be. I'm not so sure we can be so human-centric and actually survive as a species. We've got to move from being egocentric to becoming ecocentric. From seeing this incredible earth as a commodity for our consumption to seeing God's holy earth as a sacred community, a living web we get to share with all living things. Wendell Berry wrote, we have lived by the assumption that what was good for us would be good for the earth. We have been wrong. And we must change and live by the contrary assumption that what is good for the earth is actually good for us. And that requires rediscovering and recovering the sacredness of God's holy earth. The description of the beginning of creation in the book of Genesis in the Bible, by the way, is not science, but it's actually beautiful poetry. The poet wrote that on the sixth day of creation, God surveyed the earth. God examined the skies, the oceans, the mountains, the forests, the streams, the high desert, the rolling plains. God laughed at the centipede, the tumbleweed, the scampering puppy, and the platypus. God rejoiced in the apple blossoms, the tadpole, the glacier, and the glorious configuration of wrinkles and neurons that make up the human brain. And the poet says, God saw all that God has made and saw that it was tov meod. That's the original Hebrew. Tov meod. The original Hebrew that we feebly translated as very good. A more accurate translation is to say that God paid attention. And God saw all that God had made and exclaimed, wow. You know, an even more accurate translation is that when God took in the majesty, beauty, sacredness, the sacredness of creation, the beauty of creation, God was so overcome with awe that God was speechless. The Jewish theologian Abraham Heschel said, God is not the object of our knowledge, but God is the catalyst for our wonder and awe. We are to live in radical amazement, to get up in the morning, take in the world in a way that takes nothing for granted. To be spiritual is to be amazed. Does that describe your spiritual life? Maybe that's what we've lost. A sense of reverence and awe. And our souls are poorer for it. The earth is poorer for it. The environmental crisis, and it is a crisis, is a spiritual crisis. We will not cherish and protect what we take for granted. We will not save what we do not savor and hold sacred. We will not restore and renew what we do not revere. We will not humbly serve what we arrogantly assume exists to serve us. We will not heal what we don't recognize as essential for our own healing. Jewish philosopher Martin Buber said there are two ways of relating to one another. I, it, where the other is an object to be used for our benefit. You know, this is when we treat other people transactionally in terms of how they might serve our needs, how they might make us happy. And Buber says the other way of relating is I, thou, where we see and treat the other as holy, sacred. I mean, what a difference it makes in our relationships when we are able to see others as beloved children of God, when we actually treat others with respect and even reverence. The most important question we can possibly ask, the question I believe that would transform every relationship you have, is simply asking yourself, do people feel important and valued in my presence? Now just imagine if we treated our relationship with God's holy earth with the same humility, respect, reverence, rather than an it seeing the earth as existing to serve our needs. What if we saw God's holy earth as a sacred thou to be revered, as Chief Seattle said? The earth doesn't belong to us. We belong to the earth. What if we actually asked, does God's holy earth feel valued, respected, revered in our presence? You know, in the sacrament of Holy Communion, Jesus holds up the bread. The bread. a gift from the earth. And the first thing Jesus does is he gives thanks. I think gratitude inspires reverence. Imagine adopting a spiritual practice, expressing gratitude for one aspect of creation every day, for a whole year, every day for a whole year, one aspect of creation. The rising of the sun, the wind in our hair, the grace of the birds in the air, the beauty of the flowers, the salmon that swim in the stream, the stillness of the trees, the steadiness of the rocks. Our reverence will deepen, and we'll be reminded how deeply, intimately connected we are to creation. You know, I love to kayak, one of my favorite things in the world to do. And I wonder what would happen if before we got in our kayaks, it became our spiritual practice to pay attention. I mean, really, really pay attention, to come to that place of wow. And then give thanks for the gift of the river. What would happen if we didn't see the river as simply there to serve us and our pleasure, but made it a spiritual practice to bow to the river with reverence? What might happen if before we asked the river to heal us, which I don't know about you, it always does. What if we listened for the river's heartbeat, asking how we might contribute to her healing? One more poem to finish. Windowberries, the peace of wild things. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go lie down where the wood drake rests in the beauty of the water and the great heron feeds. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above the day-blind stars waiting with their light. For a time, I rest in the grace of the world and am free. Friends, take a moment. Open your heart to the sheer goodness, the wow of creation. Let it heal you. And consider what you might do today to love and heal God's holy earth. May it be so.
Do not worry, do not fret, do not fear, never forget that I am with you always, I am with you always, I am with you always, forever and a day. This world has trouble,
this world has hurt. Don't be discouraged, I have overcome the world. I am with you always, I am with you always, I am with you always, forever and a day. And I'm holding you in the palm of my hand. My grip is strong from beginning to the end. Yes, I'm holding you in the palm of my hand. My grip is strong from beginning to the end. From beginning to the end. And always do not worry, do not fret, do not fear, never forget, I am with you always, I am with you always, I am with you always, forever and a day. I am with you always, forever and a day.
God looked over all that God had created, and God was speechless. Friends, pay attention. Be astonished. Take nothing for granted. Recover a sense of reverence and awe for God's holy earth. Let the earth heal you, that you might remember our first and holiest calling is to love and heal the earth. May it be so.
Friends, this worship broadcast is only possible because of your generous support. We need your support in sharing a spacious Christianity, a faith that welcomes questions, embraces difference, and makes room for everyone. Please consider making a financial gift today. You can give online at bendfp.org or by using the QR code on your screen. Thank you for worshiping with us. It's a gift to have you here. Until next time, may God bless you.